Hi buddies, I'm back. I didn't get to be here last night because I went to the Christmas program and it was beautiful. So this week, last week I saw Dylan's and this week I've seen Jack and Natty's and Lila and Lucy's, and it was at Centennial Chapel and it was really, really good, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen pictures of it on Facebook. But I love Christmas carols and I love Christmas programs, but I missed you guys. So I'm back tonight and we're going to read a story or two, and we're going to do a Christmas carol. Remember, I told you we were going to do that. Now, I'm running out of books. I told you that too, so I am only going to have one book tonight and one piece of paper with a story, so there won't be any pictures in this one, but it's a good story. Okay, I want to say hi to everybody. Amy, little Amy listens. I like that. The Legend of the Christmas Tree by Lucy Wheelock. Two little children were sitting by the fire one cold winter's night. All at once they heard a timid knock at the door and ran to open it. That means a real soft. There, outside, standing in the cold and the darkness, was a child with no shoes upon his feet, and he had on thin, ragged clothes. He was shivering with cold, and he asked if he could come in to get warm. "Yes, come," cried both the children. "You shall have our place by the fire. Come in." They drew the little stranger to their warm seat and shared their supper with him and gave him their bed while they slept on a hard bench. In the night they were awakened by sounds is what that means, by sounds of sweet music, and, looking out, they saw a band of children in shining garments approaching the house. They were playing on golden harps, and the air was full of melody. Suddenly the stranger child stood before them, no longer cold and ragged, but wearing a silvery light. His soft voice said, "I was cold, and you took me in. I was hungry, and you fed me. I was tired, and you gave me your bed. I am the Christ child, wandering through the world to bring peace and happiness to all good children. As you have given to me, so may this tree every year give rich fruit to you." So saying, he broke a branch from the fir tree that grew near the door, and he planted it in the ground and then disappeared. But the branch grew into a great, great tree, and every year it bore wonderful golden fruit for the kind children. Now, a fir tree does not grow fruit, so that was a miracle. And that was a story called The Legend of the Christmas Tree. A lot of these stories are German and Dutch. There's lots of good stories there. That's kind of neat, isn't it? So, if a stranger comes, a little child stranger, be good to him. Okay, this is Join Bear and His Friends for the Holidays. Bear Stays Up for Christmas by Karina Wilson and Jane Chapman. This is my last one from Natty Bell tonight, or this week, but I'm going to get some more. The day before Christmas, snuggled on his floor, Bear sleeps soundly with a great big snore. I don't snore. "Dear Bear, get up!" Mouse shouts in his ear. "We won't let you sleep through Christmas this year." Aw. See, they're trying to wake him. Can you see? His friends are all there, gathered in his hair, and the bear wakes up. Oh, that's cool. Boy, he's got some odd friends, doesn't he? He looks like a possum and a rabbit, and what else is there? A bird, a chipmunk. He stands with a stretch and a great big sigh. I hope I can make it. I do want to try. Don't worry, squeaks Mouse. Hare says, it's all right. We'll keep you busy all day and all night. You know, bears go to sleep in the winter, and they sleep all winter long. Wouldn't that be something? They eat enough food before they go to sleep to keep them full all winter long. That's a lot of food, I bet. He tries to lie down, but his friends all frown. So the bear stays up. Look at him. He's so sleepy. He's so sleepy. Come on, says Badger. Time to follow me. In Pine Grove Glen, there's a fine Christmas tree. That's a badger. I've never seen a badger in real, I don't think. But I think they're mean. I'm not positive. So they stomp through the woods and they tromp down the track. They hoist up the tree onto Bear's big back. That's cool too. Look at that. That is a nice tree, isn't it? He plods very slow as they trudge through the snow, but the bear stays up. See, they're keeping him busy. Back at the cave, Gopher brews mint tea, and Mole pops corn to string upon the tree. See, Lucy and I had popcorn today. Raven and Wren bake a fresh fruit cake. The friends do their best to keep Bear awake. Oh, they're putting the popcorn on the tree. Isn't that cute? That's sweet. I love popcorn on a tree. Except my dog eats it, so I don't do it too much. His shoulders start to stoop, and his eyelids droop. But the bear stays up. See, he's looking sleepy. He's looking sleepy, folks. They hang up their stockings by warm firelight and hum Christmas songs like "O Holy Night." They cuddle and sing as they wait for the sun. That's pretty neat, isn't it? But soon all the voices fade to just one. A bright star glows while his good friends doze, but the bear stays up. Oh, that's cool. They all went to sleep, but he stayed awake. That's pretty nifty. Bear giggles and grins. He works and he raps. He bustles and bakes while everyone naps. He piles up presents under the tree, but who's at the doorway? Bear doesn't see. He toils all night until the sun rises, making his friends their Christmas surprises. Just before dawn, he lets out a yawn, but he still stays up. He's just working hard. And look at the door. There's Santa Claus. See him? When Christmas arrives so lovely and white, Bear's friends awake to a glorious sight. Presents and goodies are piled up tall. I stayed up, says Bear, just to share with you all. He's a pretty good guy. Looks like they got mostly food, which is not all that bad. As his friends shout with glee, Bear lies by the tree, but he still stays up. Uh-oh, he looks like he's going to sleep to me. Huh. Wren flies to the stockings and tweets out a cheer. Besides our Bear's present, Santa was here. When all gifts are open, there's one last surprise. Badger shows Bear a quilt just his size. Oh my, they made him a quilt or bought him a quilt somehow. Just his size to keep him warm all winter. That's pretty neat, huh? Aw. Bear snuggles up tight and mutters good night. Then Bear falls asleep. And he's got his friends by him, and he's all covered up with his quilt. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Whoops. Yep, that's the end of the story. And he's under the snow. See, it's all snowy. And there he is. Isn't that cute? That's a good storybook, too. I especially love to read poem storybooks. A lot. Now, we all sing Christmas carols, and I think everybody knows the same ones pretty much. But I don't know if we ever really know the words and what they mean. So tonight I'm going to read Away in a Manger. That's one of my very favorite Christmas carols, and I bet you all know it too. So, away in a manger, and a manger is where animals live, with straw, and it's like in a barn. No crib for a bed. So I had no baby bed like you had when you were little, or your little brothers and sisters had. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. So he just laid down in the straw, in a crib, or in a manger. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay, the little Lord Jesus asleep in the hay. See, he was sound asleep in hay. His mommy and daddy took some boards and made a little thing for him to lay on, so he wasn't right down in the hay, and then they put hay on it to keep it soft for him. The cattle are lowing. The baby awakes. Lowing, that means that the cows are mooing really low and long. Moo, like that. The baby awakes, but little Lord Jesus, no crying he makes. I love thee, Lord Jesus. Look down from the sky and stay by my cradle till morning is nigh. So that means that we love him, and he's up in heaven, and we need him to stay by not our cradle necessarily, but our bed, right? So that he watches over us until it's morning. Be near me, Lord Jesus, I ask thee to stay close by me forever, and love me, I pray. And that's what he does. He stays right by you all through your life. And you should always say your prayers in that and thank him for that when you go to bed at night. Bless all the dear children in thy tender care, and one day take us to heaven to live with thee there. So that is a really neat story, isn't it? It's thanking Jesus and telling him we love him and to watch over us, and that one day we'll be with him in heaven. And it's just a Christmas carol. So next time you sing Away in a Manger, think about it. It's about a little baby boy sleeping in a barn, basically. But he didn't mind. Nope. So I'll be back tomorrow night. We're supposed to get rain and snow. I think it's rainy, snowy like out now. And Papa's at the mall, Antique Mall, working. And I'm just sitting here alone. I'm going to knit a hat tonight, I think, or work on one and keep warm. And I hope I'll be back tomorrow night with 2 new books. And maybe another Christmas carol. I am thinking of reading this other story. I'm going to start it tonight on a different YouTube. It's still going to be YaYa's story time, but it's going to be a chapter book. So I will read so many chapters every night, and it's basically for older children, maybe. I don't know how many are listening, but 3rd grade, 4th grade, upper children, and it's called The Angel Tree, and it's a beautiful story. So I'll read 2 or 3 chapters every night until we get it done, and we'll get it done before Christmas. So I'll start it, and I'll see how many people listen, and if there's enough listening, I'll keep on going. Okay? I love you guys. You have a good night, and sleep tight. Be good boys and girls. And tomorrow is Saturday, so you have the weekend. Whoop. Yeah, you fell over, didn't she? So you have the weekend, and play out in the snow if it's nice, but I think it's going to be very, very bitter cold. So maybe next week it'll be nicer and you can play in the snow. Okay. I love you guys. You're in my heart. Bye-bye.